For me, cooking and food and this industry has rooted me in this space. Chips, salty, crunchy, typically fried. I mean, there are varying degrees of craft services. I will say if it's like a little snack bag of a chip or a cheese puff or something of the, of the category, that's usually what I'm going for. But honestly, craft service is probably one of my favorite places to be. It's a good question. I mean, I don't require a lot while I'm on set. Like in my pocket, usually there is chapstick. Outside of that, I don't really require a lot. So my coordinator, when I step off set, he'll have chapstick, Altoids, mints, different things like that. Anything to really refreshen after eating so much. Yeah. But it's pretty simple. I think it depends on who you are and what you're looking for and the stage in which you are in life. I hear so many people say, you just got to go for it. Just like do it. In some circumstances and, some like places for people, just doing it right then and there is not an option. There are other responsibilities. There are things that you have to handle. I think that there are ways that you can you can like dabble a little bit, try things out for size, experiment, do it with a little bit of maybe a lesser pressure than just like automatically just switching careers. There's always time to do something that you love. And I think sometimes even if it's 5 minutes or 5 months, like you just got to start sprinkling it in ever so gently. That makes sense for you. And I think it'll all start to take shape. I think knowing who I am, managing and being emotionally aware of my surroundings, how I want to operate, how I want to show up for people. I think that there is a sense of efficiency that I like to work by. I think that there is a calm confidence, fully knowing that sometimes I might not know the answer or have the answer, or having the confidence to ask the question. Being confident and being good at your job doesn't always mean that you are the most right or that you know everything. It's about saying, I don't know how to cook that. One of my cooks, can you please show me how to do that? Or on Top Chef, I've never heard of that ingredient. Can you tell me more about that? And I think it's just remaining curious in both parts. I mean, I think feedback, as long as it's given correctly, everything is just a conversation. So whether kitchen, television, opinions just about me, I think feedback is really just an open dialogue, and that's what it should be. It's not meant to speak, if I think about the kitchen and how I talk to chefs, it's not meant to say, this is wrong, do this next time, or, you suck at that, blah, blah, blah. It's, hey, why did you do that? Again, it's remaining curious and open to hearing a different point of view. And giving feedback can be done gently, but honestly. And that translates through all parts of life, whether I'm doing my job or, even in my personal life. Well, yeah, I had to stop saying fuck so much. So that's one thing. I mean, okay, my very first season when I watched it back, I'm noticing things and I'm like, you know what? For next one, I'm just not going to do that. Things like when I'm standing in heels. Heels are not normal for me. I'm shifting my weight a lot to take the weight off of my feet that after standing there for 5 hours, they hurt. And so I realized on camera sometimes I reached a certain level and all of a sudden you see me shifting my weight. I'm like, no, I have to remain still. And so you kind of push through that pain now. I think the little small mannerisms where I'm used to not, like if I don't have anything to do with my hands, I get a little bit anxious. So if I can't put them always in my pocket because that doesn't look right on television. This is my natural stance now, but after a certain while, this starts to feel unnatural. So you have to loosen it up. But you're constantly moving, but don't move too much. Otherwise, you're just going to make people seasick. It's just a lot. Yeah. I'm also very self-critical hopefully in a healthier way than I used to be, where I can kind of take notes from myself. And then my mother was the one that said, you got to stop saying fuck so much. You go on a show like that and you kind of have to lean into the silliness of it all. I'm okay being a contestant. I can live the sequestered life. I've done it. I think the thing that was hardest for me was adjusting to not the competition, but it was realizing that the competition I was not in control of. Meaning when I'm cooking and on Top Chef, I'm in control of everything I'm making. There might be outside circumstances that make it very difficult, but I know what I'm doing. And ultimately it's going to come down to the food. On Traitors, it's perception of others. It's opinion of others. It's, I'm not in control. And just because I play the game well doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do a good job, which is a different way of thinking as opposed to competing on Top Chef. I watch a lot of documentaries in different categories. I think just hearing about someone else's life. It could be anything from like a sports documentary to a murder documentary. I like watching those. Gosh, we are watching shows. Oh, we just finished Paradise recently. Oh my God, outstanding. Absolutely. The first season was so good. The second season was just outstanding. I think Paradise was the most recent one we finished. So, we'll stick it with that. I hope we get nominated again. So then I can go to the Emmys and hopefully Paradise is nominated. And then maybe I can say hi to some of those people.